I thought about a few people, but there's two people that just popped in my head. They're really unusual to be popping in my head now, and I think it's because I'm doing a history project for the Inspiration Cafe. I'm the founder of Inspiration Cafe, which is a restaurant for the homeless. And I've never wrote anything down about the cafe at all, so I am backtracking right now. So I'm doing these little video vignettes, and one of the things that I was remembering was this homeless guy, one of the first guys before I even had the cafe. His name was Otto on the street, and I went canning with Otto. Like, he taught me how to dumpster dive and get cans, and I totally fell in love with him. And I loved his perseverance and his dedication, and he was very organized, and that was his thing. Canning was his thing. So I found an apartment for him, and I wanted to get him an apartment. And he actually didn't take it, which was really weird to me when I first was starting out on the streets. And he explained that it was his choice to be on the street, that he wanted to live a certain way, and that I was honoring that and his hard work and dedication, the way he lived. And I started realizing that sometimes I put whatever I believe someone would need in their life onto them. I projected that onto him. So he taught me that I have to be really respectful of people's journeys. And then the other person is this woman named Esther, who had this thing called sclerodoma, and it's this disease that all your skin tightens around all your organs, and eventually you suffocate, pretty much. And she was homeless, and then when she got her own apartment, during the winters were the most horrible for her. So one time, a woman came and donated 3 full-length mink coats, and so I brought her one. And she took it, and she was really excited about it. And then 2 days later, she came back, and she couldn't even look at me in the eye. And she gave it back to me, and she was like, "I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I can't take this." And I was like, "Esther, why wouldn't you take it? What's going on?" And she says, "Because it's cruelty to animals." And she went through this whole speech about how she's really more vegetarian, and that she really believes in not having this is her belief, and it was a kind, generous gift that I would give to her. And so she taught me the value of people, even though they're homeless and in this desperate situation, that they can keep their core values as a person. And I love that. And then the last person was this random guy, I don't even know who it was, and he told me that he actually was luckier than I was for being homeless. And I said, "Well, how could you even say that?" I'm like, "What does that mean?" And he said, "Because I don't, material things don't own me like they own you." And that was huge, because that's for sure. I was in debt at the time. I'm still in debt, but I was in debt for the cafe at the time, and I was struggling, and I, trying to pay my rent, the cafe, my bills, and it took most of my energy, right? And so I realized that he's absolutely speaking the truth, that the less you have, if you live simply in the world, the less you can actually live as a human experience. So those are my heroes, kind of all together the same thing, just basically living their truth no matter what circumstances they're in. And I think that is a key value. That's it.